Welcome back for this final segment of Broncos Beat. Earlier in the show, we touched on the biggest positional battles to hone in on throughout training camp. But once the regular season gets underway, there are a few guys who have the potential to break a couple of records. One guy I think we're all pulling for, Broncos kicker Brandon McManus, who is now partnered with Bud Light. If he sets the record for the longest field goal in NFL history, that would be 65 yards, everyone in Denver gets a free beer of drinking age, of course. Also, if he just has the longest field goal between him and Lions kicker Matt Prater, same situation. Everyone in Denver gets a free beer. So who do you guys think is going to win this battle?
No, I'm going B-Mac. I mean, he's got the best stash in the game. You look at the elevation. Well, you just got to have coach let him go out there and boot one. What I do want to ask him, though, is does the ball travel differently? Empty stadiums, full stadiums? Does that play a part in this at all? We'll find out.
Well, a couple of other very realistic records that could be broken: most receiving yards and most touchdowns by a rookie wideout in Broncos history. Eddie Royal currently holds both records with 980 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns his rookie year back in 2008. Do you guys think Jerry Jeudy could possibly break these records?
I definitely do, because you think about what Eddie Royal was able to do that season. He played opposite Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall, of course, having hit one of his best years in 2008. So I think that based on what we've seen from Courtland Sutton and his ability to attract attention his way, that's going to open things up for Jerry Jeudy. And, you know, his last collegiate game was against my Michigan Wolverines. I saw him put up over 200 yards in a single game in the Citrus Bowl. So I know what he's capable of.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy, no doubt, could break both of those records because, and here's the thing about no preseason, and I know things are mostly vanilla in the preseason, but there's going to be no film on what he likes to do, how Pat Shurmur's using him. You're going to come out and go, and you're going to hit it hard early in the season. You're likely to be very aggressive, as we've talked about in this show with Drew Lock, downfield passing. To me, that screams Jerry Jeudy. So touchdown record, yes, and I'm putting him at 1,000 yards. Now, maybe it's around 1,000, 1,100, something like that. Nothing crazy yet, but this guy can show up, make a 1,000-yard season happen as a rookie and set that Broncos rookie record.
I'm going outside the box. What happens if KJ Hamler breaks this touchdown record? If he's the forgotten guy by defenses, obviously every defense focuses on speed. They don't want to ever get beat over the top. But if Jerry Jeudy comes out playing well and you still got to account for Courtland Sutton, there might be a lot of one-on-one spots that KJ Hamler's in to where he can beat somebody downfield. There's an audible call and it's a go, and he is off to the races with the defense not set up properly. It's 5. If they do that 6 times, you know, that there's a chance that he could possibly be the one, just because the other 2 are that good and require attention, that he could be in some very favorable situations. And like Cecil said, there's not a whole lot of out there about what they're going to do with him, specifically using him. So I think there's a chance that maybe 2 guys could have an opportunity this, or Albert O could break it. You never know in the red zone.
I like the Albert O count. I think that's like, what, 5 times you've mentioned him unsolicited?
Hopefully it's like a television drinking game for everybody at home. Yeah.
He's obsessed with Albert O. I'm going to get you an Oku Webunam jersey, and James has been hanging out with Ocho Cinco, obviously, because he's talking about 3 number 1 receivers for the Broncos. This is a great problem to have for this team. So I'm right there with you, James, even on the Albert O love.
My man.
Matt, any other records you think could be broken?
I like the single game sack record for this season, Alexis. It's 4. Elvis Dumerville, Simon Fletcher, Carl Mecklenburg. There's a whole long list of guys who have done it for the Broncos. Bradley Chubb and Von Miller are not on that list. And I think with Jarrell Casey, who was number 71 on the NFL top 100 list last night, if he and Von Miller can, you know, draw some attention away from Bradley Chubb, who I think is going to surprise some people this season, I think Chubb could get to that magic number 4.
I love it, you guys. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me today. I really appreciate it. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place.